Alright, man, so we have to talk about the first batch of All-Star voting from the fans. So the NBA dropped the All-Star voting update on January 5th, 10 spots in the East and the West for the front court and for the guards. And at the top of each section, there's no surprises. LeBron leading the Western Conference front court, no surprise. Most popular player in the NBA. KD front court in the East, Steph guards in the West. Kyrie, maybe a little bit of a shocker, but not too much of a shocker. He is leading guards in the East. But we got to go through these. So LeBron number 1, we'll start in the front court in the West. LeBron number 1, like I said, not a surprise. Jokic number 2, you could say he's the MVP right now, so not a surprise. Number 3, Anthony Davis, on the most popular team in the league. He was playing really well before he got hurt. Okay, I'm fine with that. Zion at 4, super popular, deserving. Let's go. Wiggins at 5. Okay. We knew this was a problem before with the Warriors fans. Wiggins at 5. Paul George at 6. I don't think Paul George is going to be that high. If we're going based off skill this year as popularity, I get it. Lowry Markkanen at 7. I'm glad he's there at least. I'm glad he's there. Draymond at 8. Kawhi at 9. And then the funniest one maybe yet, Kevon Looney at 10. Somehow here. Guards in the West, it's solid. At the top, you got Steph, Luka, Josh, Shea, like that. Clay at 5, sure. Then you got Russell Westbrook at 6. Damian Lillard at 7. Booker at 8. Austin Reeves at 9. Yep, Lakers fans and Warriors fans, they're really pumping out these fan votes. You know what? Hey, they got a devoted fan base. And then Jordan Poole at 10. It's weird. Like the Warriors, Lakers, okay, 2 of the more popular teams in the East. Where are the Knicks fans, given all the popularity to Randall and Brunson? They're not even here. In the front court, you got KD, Giannis, and B. Tatum. That is going to be an interesting debate to see who's not going to be starting. One out of those 3 is not going to be in the starting lineup. Jimmy Butler at 5. Pascal Siakam at 6. You got Kuzma, shout out to the season he's having at 7. Banchero, the lone rookie on this list at 8. Nick Claxton at 9. He's having a good season. And then Jared Allen at 10. Surprised to see no Julius Randle. The Knicks are so popular. Why aren't they voting for their players? And then for the guards, you got Kyrie at 1, Donovan Mitchell at 2, Harden at 3, Jaylen Brown at 4. I was a little shocked to see Brown that low. Trey at 5, DeMar DeRozan at 6, LaMelo at 7, Tyrese Haliburton at 8. Okay. And then you have Derrick Rose at 9. He's always here. He's still so popular. Just probably a bunch of people in Chicago voting for him. And then Darius Garland at 10. It's very interesting fan voting. Coaches and players do have a say though, and I'll make sure to update you guys when the next batch comes out. Now let's get into the injury news around the league. Wizards guard Bradley Beal was diagnosed with a low-grade left hamstring strain, and he's going to be out for the next couple of games for Washington. Jonathan Isaac's names popped up a couple days ago. He hasn't played since the bubble, but he was cleared for full contact in Magic practices, but he has still no timetable for his return. We got some unfortunate news from a breakout player this year. Devin Vassell of the San Antonio Spurs is out indefinitely as he recovers from left knee surgery. Austin Reeves, who we mentioned before is top 10 in All-Star voting for Western Conference guards, will be out for at least 2 weeks for the Lakers as he deals with a left hamstring strain. So that's it for injury news. Let's get into rumors and reports from around the league. So there's been some more Zach LaVine trade rumors. He went off last night against the Sixers, scoring 40 plus. But yeah, Michael Scotto of Hoops Hype reported that the Knicks, Lakers, Mavericks, and the Heat would be potential Zach LaVine suitors. He mentions that the Bulls haven't shown any willingness to be a seller at the moment, but these teams would be interested. The Lakers, it would have to be the first round picks. That they could be a viable trade partner with the Bulls. Dallas, they would have to give up a lot of picks as well. They don't really have a lot of players like the Lakers going to Chicago. I'm not sure if the Miami Heat would want to move Tyler Hero for Zach LaVine. They would have to trade some of their draft picks. I don't think they could do that in Lowry. The Knicks definitely have the assets to get Zach LaVine if they try to do a RJ Barrett for Zach LaVine upgrade, or they do some other pieces. Either way, I don't want Zach LaVine on the Knicks as a Knicks fan. They don't really need him at the moment, but it's looking like he's not even going to get traded from Chicago this season. I mean, he's coming off a 5-year, $215 million contract extension this past summer. I don't think he's getting moved anytime soon. Chris Haynes of Bleacher Report reported that the Lakers are going to be working out DeMarcus Cousins. They're looking for additional front court help while Anthony Davis recovers from his foot injury. DeMarcus Cousins played 48 games last year between the Denver Nuggets and the Milwaukee Bucks. Another player that's receiving significant trade interest is Bojan Bogdanovic of the Detroit Pistons. Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports reports that the Dallas Mavericks, Phoenix Suns, Cleveland Cavaliers, and LA Lakers are interested in the Pistons forward. The Cavs would struggle to trade much for Bojan since they gave basically everything for Donovan Mitchell this past offseason. The Suns could center a trade around Cam Johnson and a couple picks. It doesn't look like the Lakers would be willing to part ways with one of their future unprotected picks for Bojan either. That leaves the Mavericks, who could make an offer with some of their first round picks as well. I think that's unlikely though. We had a minor, and I mean minor, trade in the NBA. On Thursday, Shams reported that the Celtics traded Noah Vonleh to the Spurs. They also sent cash consideration to the Spurs, and the Spurs also waived Noah Vonleh as soon as they traded for him. They also had to waive Gorgui Dieng to create a roster spot for that trade. The Celtics saved a little over $7 million in luxury tax money with this move, so that's why it was done. We have our first All-Star Weekend specialty contest commit. Shaedon Sharpe of the Portland Trailblazers committed to the dunk contest. He'd honestly probably be the favorite to win. You got to watch this guy dunk the ball this season. He gets off the ground so quickly and can jump so high. He's going to have some crazy dunks this All-Star Weekend in Utah. And some final bit of news, Kemba Walker was waived by the Dallas Mavericks yesterday. Today, Walker's contract would have been guaranteed for the rest of the season, so they had to make this decision on Friday. The Mavericks wanted to ensure that there'd be enough playing time for Jaden Hardy, and they want to give more minutes to McKinley Wright IV. I mentioned his name in the beginning of the video, and I'm going to say it again. Lauri Markkanen needs to be in the 2023 All-Star game, especially since the Utah Jazz are the hosting team as well. Because on Thursday night, Lauri Markkanen scored 49 points in their 131-114 win against the Houston Rockets. He was 15 for 27 at the field. He knocked down 6 threes and was a perfect 13 for 13 at the line. You also sprinkle in 8 rebounds in there as well as 0 turnovers. Markkanen is up to 24.5 points this season, 8.5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's at 53% from the field, 42 from 3, and 87 at the line. I do think that Lauri Markkanen is going to be an all-star though, so I'm not too worried. I also think that this NBA season is drunk. The Charlotte Hornets defeated the Milwaukee Bucks 138-109 last night. The Charlotte Hornets had 51 points in the first quarter. That's how much some teams would score in 3 quarters a few years ago. They had 84 points at halftime. It's really mind-blowing stuff what's going on around the league. And yeah, I want to talk about Terry Rozier. He had 39 points in 34 minutes. When I first checked the box score of that game, he had 20 points in 9 minutes. He was 15 for 29 at the field, 6 for 15 from downtown. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, man, just coming off one of the best weeks of his career, only scores 9 points. He only takes 7 shots. He was 5 for 11 at the line. He was a minus 21 plus minus. And the Bucks were home too, just not how you want to have a home game here against a way inferior opponent in the Charlotte Hornets. And lastly, I want to give some love to my Knicks. Julius Randle has just been on a tear as of late. The Knicks won 112-108 last night in Toronto. Randle hit 5 threes, should have been 6, but it got called back in the first quarter. He finished with 32 points, 10 for 22 at the field, 6 for 11 from downtown. He also finished with 11 rebounds and 3 assists. He's up to 24.5 points on the season, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists a night. The East is loaded this year in the front court and in the back court, so it's going to be tough for Julius Randle or even Jalen Brunson to make the All-Star game. And even if they don't, they've both been just phenomenal this year, though. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that update around the league. Let me know what you guys want to talk about down below. Drop a like if you do enjoy the videos. I would appreciate that a lot, and I'll see you guys in Tuesday's episode. Peace.